So now we're back live, getting ready for the third and final set. An opportunity for some physical work on the legs of Nicolás Massú. Juan Carlos Ferrero has left the arena. There he is, gone for the moment.
You sure he's not under the towel, Keith?
He's sweated down to nothingness. Oh, maybe he's gone to the bathroom, and that's allowed. So that's our first real indication of the heat toll taking its place on the players, and also on chair umpire Jerry Armstrong. He's got the cold, fresh bottle of water there. So it's been a great match. Some wonderful shots and some wonderful rallies. So everyone's enjoying it here. We hope you're enjoying it at home. We know you're enjoying it at home if you're a tennis fan. We've been going here 1 hour and 41 minutes, and Ferrero is back. And seeing that rally reminds me of some of the rallies we had earlier in the first set, including that wonderful fifth game, which we must refer to again, David. 9 deuces, 22 points. That's kind of withering heat for that kind of cruel action for these players to go through.
Well, that turned out to be a very crucial game for Massú, because he held on and he slowly wore Ferrero down on that first set and came out on top 6-4.
Bit of extra time here, seeing Ferrero left the court, and Massú jogging down to get into it again, just loosening up. It's one set all. The first set was 55 minutes long, and the second was 42. Now we get set. This is only quarterfinals. Think of what we've come as the long-range weather forecast is good. Think of what we've got to come here over the next 2 days. Semi-finals day tomorrow, finals on Saturday. Ferrero to start the third and final set.
$15 love. $30-15.
Just to show you how good Massú is on counter punching, he really looked out of that from the first serve. He was taken well wide, so athleticism to get back into that point and to turn out being very positive and aggressive in the point was phenomenal.
Chance for Massú now in the first game of the final set to jump his opponent.
Deuce. Advantage, Massú. Game Massú. First game, final set.
Massú, the waiting game. Played a long point on that last point and finally outgunned Ferrero, creating the unforced error.
David, playing these long matches will be nothing new to Nicolás Massú, as indeed I guess to Juan Carlos. But in looking at this marvelous Bible that's given to us by the tennis authorities here in Auckland, it's 1,000 pages of all the profiles on the top male and female players in the world under Nicolás Massú entry. It reminds us that in 2004 he once played 24 hours and 43 minutes in 12 matches over a week, which is a lot.
What event was that, Keith?
Well, no, it's combined over several events, I imagine. Well, what a lot of tennis that is. What a lot of banging from the baseline and sprinting to the net and throwing it up and cranking it down. So he's played a lot of shots. Mind you, that's a few years ago, and they play a lot of shots every day, these blokes, don't they? They hit thousands of balls in practice and match play. So this is no exception. Some running and the put away.
Massú has that little bit of extra whip on the shots, which is not that easy, which is very, very difficult to read. Just a little more ball work on it makes it difficult sometimes to pick where he's going to hit and create that little bit of extra pace.
30 love.
Looks good there. Nice late lunch. 20-3 in New Zealand.
Massú really is being very dominant here in the first 2 games of this set.
Game Massú.
So Massú holding.
Massú leads 2 games to 1.
And that's his 7th ace, which brings up that 2-love lead.
So an opening advantage here of 2 games for Massú. So he's running hot at the moment. Let's wait for the umpire.
15 love.
So it was called just wide.
Just wide. Accepted by Massú. String there. Do you hear the strange sound of the ball on the racket? The string has snapped on the racket, but don't worry, he'll have up to half a dozen more than there.
You know, often every week, depending on the surface they're playing, depending on the type of ball, because the type of ball changes from week to week too, depending on what the sponsorship deals are. And the rackets, they'll often change all the strings and all their frames, and they may travel with 8 to 10 frames. So it becomes an expensive exercise, but in the scheme of things, with the amount of money that these professionals earn, that's probably pittance.
In case you're wondering what these men have earned, Ferrero here, aged only 28, has earned $11.5 million US in prize money in his career, and Massú, aged 27, has earned a mere $4 million in US money, prize money. To the point where one of the developments that Ferrero was involved in last year was the buying up of an old resident mansion in Spain near Valencia, developing it into Hotel Ferrero. It's a hotel, a boutique hotel with 12 luxury suites, not far from Valencia.
Game, Ferrero.
So there it is, Ferrero on the board, and Massú leads 2-1, third and final set. Well, there is Nicolás Massú. One area in the match where he's had real advantage over Ferrero is in the serving of aces.
Davis. Game is
7 aces for Massú, none to Juan Ferrero. A 7, of course, means it's close to winning 2 games by aces alone. Settling in now for the 4th game of the 3rd and final set. Looking up into the Redwood stand, over to the Lufthansa stand. There is the Robinson stand, and down bottom right is the some of the boxes and the open Yock stand. So Massú here has the advantage of the service break here in the 3rd and final set.
Just the pause, or at least 7 bounces he normally does on preparation with his serve. Checking the string tension, peeking the hat, all those little movements.
love 15.
He will be hoping for a high percentage of first serves this game because Ferrero will be coming at him strong. Not a difficult shot to play for Ferrero, just overcooked it. Wanting to be aggressive, which is the right approach, but unforced error. Well, an unplayable is pretty much the same as the ace. He just drives up so well. The trophy position, acceleration, everything you want for a great serve.
All.
Okay, here's Ferrero coming back at Massú. The drama continues to unfold here.
Game Ferrero.
Well, the drama continues.
2 games all. Let's first service.
Just a little bit overzealous on that. Went forwards up so quickly, but he kind of left the racket head behind. Just a little bit late. Right idea.
Yes, on the clock behind you see the sign for 2 hours.
30 love.
And there is an ace by Ferrero.
His very first. Always very, very dangerous with this forehand.
Game Ferrero.
So the question is now, after 5 games of the third and final set, who's going to win? It's a close one here. 3-2, Ferrero leads in the third set.
Time.
So there's a reminder of the score. I'm interested in your expression, the trophy position. So we'll have a look at that at some stage of this game, this service game from Nicolás Massú. David, the trophy position on the serve. Part of the tennis vernacular. So here we go, 6th game, third set.
15 love.
The hands work together. The left arm goes up, releasing the ball. The elbow bends, and the leverage of the racket going up into the sky, like you're going to throw a ball over a back fence. There's your trophy position.
Okay, you got me. So a good start here in this game from Massú.
We're
going to show you a freeze frame of the trophy position. There it is.
There it is, but the right hand, the left arm is releasing the ball, but the right arm, normally the racket head is upwards, cocked upwards, and then that's when you're going to lever into the sky and drive up with your legs for maximum acceleration.
That is out.
40-15. Let's first service.
Massú thinks it was an ace. He's going to come over and speak to Jerry Armstrong. Let's listen.
Like this? Huh? Yeah, but you know that was not net.
It was a let call, was it? Let's have a look and see if this hits the net. No, seemed to clear it well over.
It wasn't even close. He has a little buzzer, I think, that tells him whether it's a let or not. And it went off.
It went over by that much, sir, says Nicolás. It's 40-15 to Massú here.
It's funny how each point can become very important. Can you imagine if Massú loses this game, he served an ace, which would actually give him the game, and he'll possibly be thinking about that. So let's see what unfolds.
Possibly be thinking about that, but I'd say he might be reading the riot act. He's in the lead, though, in this game.
Thanks at the top there. If you can keep the noise down, it'd be really appreciated. Thank you.
That's all directed at some rather excited fans up in the corporate area. Vamos is the call.
Change, please. New balls.
Well, I really can't pick which way this is going to go at the moment. Again, the energy's gone back to the Massú holding that. He's pumping himself up.
Remember, he had all those defeats in a row, or not in a row. I think it was 8 tournaments. He went out in round 1 with many of them long contests at the end of last year. And maybe some of that disappointment will be in his head, facing the pretty cool and calm Ferrero. Ferrero must be admired here
15 love.
after that long 1 hour first set, which he lost. He's got back and taken the second 6-3, and he's right in this one.
Sometimes it amazes me how players can actually keep quite calm, and they seem to hold it inside, but I'm sure inside they get as nervous as anyone and fired up as anyone, but sometimes their outward emotions do not show their feelings. And other players, they show their feelings. It's written all over their face and body.
There's a toss that's gone high, and it's got to be played.
Forty love. Game, Ferrero.
So back
Ferrero
on serve.
leads 4-3.
Ferrero leads 4-3 third set. Duration now 2 hours and a quarter. Blazing sun. This is not indoor tennis with artificial temperatures. This is at the mercy of the sun here in Auckland today. Even the crowd have to get up and stretch their legs. Superb Auckland day. And there's our coverage and the scores going up from other matches around the arena.
Time.
So the action continues here in Auckland, the ASB Tennis Centre, the Heineken Open 2008, celebrating the 10th year of the association with Heineken and this tennis tournament. And this is a good one. Here he is, the vampire, going down to the far end. He's up against the mosquito from Spain at the far end. So who's going to draw blood? Corny question. But in these players' minds, it's all important. Ferrero here, who has been at the very top of the world game, against Nicolás Massú, who's also had a wonderful, wonderful sporting moment when he won his country's first Olympic medal. These are great men, and they're putting up a great display for us here under the sun. And Ferrero snapped his return back.
Love 15.
Well, you cannot beat this return. He just lined that up and fired the gun.
So that gets Ferrero here away to a good start in this game. Maybe Massú's still thinking about the sharpness of that return of service.
15 all.
I found that very, very interesting then, because both players started out grunting like crazy. Then Ferrero was quiet. Then Massú was still grunting. Then he quietened down. It really is a war out there.
Pressure is building here. These 15-30 points, we all know in watching tennis, are the critical points perhaps in any game. If lost, it allows the other man who's receiving to have a lash at the next point to possibly take the game. Big point here.
Well, Massú did very well to get out of that, because he slightly mishit the forehand, and then Ferrero really had the thread down the line and just misjudged it.
That's in. Down and nearly out. It's been that kind of match.
Unbelievable play. Everything was used. Ferrero drop shotting, or trying to drop shot, the perfect drop shot against Massú 2 times, and in the end, Massú taking deep breaths. He worked so hard on that point, a deserved winner of it.
Twice he had to come from way behind the baseline, sprinting to the net to cover the drop shot. These fellows are battling exhaustion here. Swirling and put away by Ferrero.
Again, did well to get that back, and then this one here hit slightly inside out on the ball, so the ball actually swerved away from Massú on that forehand.
How about the bouncer went away above Ferrero's head here, up to his highest arm stretch.
That's one of the toughest shots to play in tennis.
We're at deuce here. Just wide.
Advantage, Massú.
He cut the air with a knife out here.
Dramatic stuff here. Massú holds serve.
4 games all.
Now, who's got the will and who's got the conviction to come through?
Either way, it's going to be by the slenderest of margins, but that's exactly it, David. Who's got the will to just press on and sneak the victory?
Let's take seats at the ends of the court, please.
Just a moment there. Everyone's getting a bit excited. People standing up and hurrying out of the court. There may be a bathroom break for some of the fans.
You know, now's the time, perhaps, Massú, who's played a lot more matches, could be feeling a little bit tired. Is superior fitness going to come through?
Oh, delicate touch has gone Massú's way.
15 all.
Where did that shot come from? We haven't seen it before in 2 hours and 22 minutes. Just to remind you, Massú came to the qualifying here and he beat Francesco Aldi of Italy, then Jesse Levine, and then G.D. Jones of New Zealand. Jesse Levine, the Canadian born in the American born in Canada. Near cord. Right on the baseline. That is in. Hits it to an open court. What drama we are seeing.
There were a couple of balls that were so close to the lines, and the commitment is unbelievable. Crowd appreciating this great match.
All.
Just getting slightly tangled there.
And Massú was working so hard on that point to get out of it because Ferrero really was stepping it up.
Game Ferrero.
So there it is.
Ferrero leads 5 games to 4. Final set.
So everyone on their feet again on the terraces. It's very hot. Time to stretch again. The umbrella comes in over Ferrero and in over Nicolás Massú. And what a treat they've given us here today. People just clapping for no reason there in a little burst. Just as a tribute to what we've seen here. A wonderful match. A match, and you've got the good word to sum it up, David Mustard, commitment.
Now look at the chest on Massú. He's just breathing short, sharp breaths. Now remember, he will be tired after playing 5 matches so far in the tournament. But he will be working on adrenaline, so therefore sometimes that tiredness can be overridden. Ferrero looks very composed.
They've got a common opponent, you know, because the man on the left played Jesse Levine in the qualifying. Then Levine got into the tournament as a lucky loser and played Ferrero. But we don't get any information from how they treated Jesse Levine when they both beat him, because one was 6-1, 6-4, and the other beat him 6-4, 6-1. So they count for nothing. It's all down to what these men have done against each other. And listen how the crowd have loved this. It's not over yet. There could be, and probably will be, many twists and turns yet before we know who will be the winner of this one. Quarterfinals, Massú and Ferrero, and now Massú serving to stay in the match.
All it was is Ferrero delayed that backswing. He just hesitated just a fraction, and then you saw what happened, miss it.
Well, it's all in Spanish, so if it gets down to the ears of his opponent, he'll understand. A Chilean against a Spaniard. Nerves. Overhit.
Just went for a little bit too much. Just lost control a little. Because he wanted to end the point earlier, Keith, so he didn't have to work the point. You can sense that Massú is a little bit tired. He wants to end the points quickly. He does not want to stay out there. Ferrero knows that, and he will work overly to be more aggressive with consistency.
So here it is. Vital points now. Same look at every point. Statue-like. come a long way.
30-40.
And now we've come to match point. The man with a face like Mount Rushmore is given nothing away physically. His nickname, remember, the Mosquito. And here is Vampiro, the vampire, facing match point after giving us a classic match.
Let's first service.
Composure that took this man to #1 in the world. Talent that took this man to be an Olympic singles gold medalist. And now we can see why. What a rally on match point.
Game, set a match. Ferrero.
A great match. Ferrero wins it. Tributes to both players.
2 sets to 1. 4-6. 6-3, 6-4.
What a battle. Two of the greats have given us a marvelous display. But here's the winner, Juan Carlos Ferrero. There's the tributes. He came from behind to get it, but won it so well in the end. 4-6, 6-3, 6-4. Ferrero is the winner. But away goes Nicolás Massú. And with that applause, I think the crowd is saying, please come again. So down the dark tunnel of defeat he goes after giving us so much. Meanwhile, Juan Carlos Ferrero celebrates in the sun, and he's here to tell us all about it with Jeff Ryan.
Juan Carlos, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't that something else? Wasn't that great? I guess we had a feeling, Juan Carlos, what it was going to be like when Game 5 of the first set took 22 points. There was hard work.
Yeah, tell me about it. I was playing pretty hard since the beginning. At the beginning of the match, it was pretty windy. It wasn't easy to play, but you know, at the end, I think we played an amazing fight and we played a good tennis.
First tournament of the year for you. I know you want a good workout, but did you want it to be that good?
Yeah, of course. I want to be that good. You know, I was preparing so hard in all December, and I came here with a lot of motivation, playing good. So just I wanted to keep going in semifinals.
I have to say, you look like the calmest person in the place. What was really going on inside your head?
You know, inside it's not like this. You know, I'm trying to go very calm between the points, but you know, inside I'm fighting with myself all the time. So you know, it's like this.
So were you fighting with yourself at the end of the first set there? You lost the first set, you've been broken twice. It's not the usual game plan to win a match.
No, of course, it's not my plan. At the beginning, I had a lot of chances to win the first set because I have a lot of break points. I didn't make it. Anyway, I was fighting second and third set, and you know, I had to do it to win.
And now you have to come back tomorrow, either David Ferrero or Julien Benneteau.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be a good match for me to play because I'm playing good tennis. Anyway, the winner of today is going to be very tough. David, he's playing amazing tennis since 2 years ago. He's with a lot of confidence playing the final in Master. So Benneteau, I played twice in a few days. You know, it's going to be tough.
And I have to ask you too, was that win better than beating Roger Federer here 8 years ago when you were 18 years old?
You remember that? I remember too. We played in that court, and you know, we were so bad. Anyway, now we improve a lot. Maybe he more than me. Anyway, you know, it's nice to come back, see the center court full, supporting me, and also the other guy was because it was a good tennis match. So it's nice to come back.
Well, you might have to check with Roger one day on how bad you really were, but you were fantastic today. Great to watch you. Well done. See you tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, Juan Carlos Ferrero.
What a lovely man, Juan Carlos Ferrero. I think you would have seen before the match in the brief interview we saw with Nicolás Massú. He is a credit to his country and himself as well. And it was a wonderful display of tennis. 2 hours and 33 minutes. It went exactly 4-6, 6-3, 6-4. Juan Carlos Ferrero. He goes through. And that's how they started. The same colored shirts here. There's Mercedes-Benz promotion is going to be on now with a young person out of the crowd to race against our winner, Juan Carlos Ferrero. There they go. So which one is Juan Carlos? He's red. He's matching his shirt color, and he's well behind on this one. This looks like the first set at the moment. But here he comes in the second set. These guys play a lot of this sort of stuff, believe it or not. PlayStation games in the evening. It's one of the big fun things, apparently. And he's in trouble, or is he? These two little Mercedes-Benz cars all over, and who's going to be declared the winner? It looks like Juan Carlos Ferrero has won that one as well. Nice moment for the young lad out of the stands. Feel the emotion there. One of the new ATP promotions for the year, and the moment captured by photographer Niels Schipper, who is here, and there's Dominic Bowden in the background, and all the appropriate pictures have to be taken for the promotion. So away he goes, a marvelous winner, 4-6, 6-3, 6-4, Juan Carlos Ferrero. Now we know why he was once the world's #1, and he'll be back tomorrow in the semi-finals. What a match that was.
The fourth seed Juan Carlos Ferrero books a place in the semi-final on day 4 of the Heineken Open. We'll take a break. Back shortly here from the ASB Tennis Centre.